Hey everyone, welcome back to Fast Food and Barbecue. So I had some queso fresco left in my refrigerator and I'm like, what can I do with this today? So I went through my freezer. So basically what I have here is some shaved ribeye, and then I have some puff pastry that I pulled out, and basically we have an onion here and some garlic. So we're going to pretty much go over the map on this one. We're basically making a shaved ribeye with sauteed onions and garlic and queso fresco wrapped in a puff pastry. Basically, you know, we got ribeye from the United States. We got the puff pastry from France, and we got the queso fresco, which actually originates in Spain, and they brought it to Mexico. So anyway, we're gonna get this thing started. So we slice our onions. Set those aside. Trying to think of something different to do, so this is either going to be amazing or a disaster, but I think it should be good. Alright, got a little piece of nasty thing on that garlic there. Alright, so let's get our garlic chopped up, and basically going for rough chop. I put some new wheels on my table here, and ever since then it seems to be bouncing around. So that's an issue. Definitely gonna have to look into fixing here. Don't know why. I think it's maybe just an uneven surface, but anyway. Alright, let's get this chopped up. Always remember when you're chopping, just like that, down, so you don't cut your fingers and keep your thumb out of there. Many times, growing up cooking in restaurants, I've nailed a finger or two. It's going to happen. Alright, so that's it. That's done. Our puff pastry is inside the frosting. So we'll be back when that's defrosted and we'll get this thing started. Alright, so I got a pan heating up here. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw some olive oil in there. Good enough. And then, just like that, get a little bit of this out. Now we're going to throw some butter in there. Beautiful. Alright, now we're going to throw in our garlic and our onions. Now, I'm not worried about burning the garlic because it's not going to be cooking for that long. Get this going. Alright, we'll let these guys go for a few minutes, and we'll be back. Alright, so we're only going for a few minutes, so now right now what we're going to do is we're going to add our shaved ribeye in there. Just like that. And get it all mixed around nice. Get the meat broken apart. We're going to get this cooked, and then we're going to let it cool a little bit before we put it in the puff pastry so it doesn't fall apart. So right now we're going to add some kosher salt, a generous amount, only about a tablespoon or so, and some cracked black pepper. Yes, I know I need to get a pepper mill. I grind it myself and I put it in here, so whatever. I gave you the two next to each other, you wouldn't know the difference. And one's like, oh, get a pepper mill, get a pepper mill. You know what? Like I said, if I put both of them next to each other, I'm guaranteeing 99.9% people won't even know. Alright. That's just one of those things. People want to be fancy. Everything will have to be fancy. Tastes good. Give them a toss. And probably about, I'm going to give another minute or so. Maybe 30 seconds and we're done. We're still going to cook inside the puff pastry. So a little rare, medium rare won't hurt. So that's it, I'm calling that done. So we'll see in a few minutes when we're ready to put this thing together. Alright, so our puff pastry is ready. These are basically 2 sheets because I kind of overlap them because they're not as big as they used to be. So with that, we got our meat mixture here. Let's see. And we have our queso fresco right here. So first thing we're going to do is I'm going to put a little flour on this thing. Just like that. And see if we can stretch it out a little bit more. Doesn't really work with this pan. So we're just going to do it by hand. We'll just basically move it out by hand. And that'll work just fine actually. Okay. Okay, that looks good to me. It'll be fine. Alright, so first I'm going to get some of this cheese laid down. I'm going to crumble it all along the inside. This thing's going to be probably overpacked, overkill like I always do, but that's alright, I don't care. It's going to be amazing. Alright. Maybe a little more here. This is a great cheese. If you haven't tried it, definitely do. Now this won't melt, say like mozzarella or cheddar cheese. It'll be warm, but it's gonna be amazing. All right. So now we're gonna add some more meat mixture and onions and garlic. That and hopefully hopefully we'll be able to close this thing up here. Okay, just like that. Beautiful. So now I'm going to add more cheese on top. Like I said, there's either be a winner or a complete failure, but I'm going with winner on this one. So we're going to do this. Okay. So now, let's see if we get this thing rolled up a little, or a lot. Now let's see. I'm going to go over with the sides. I did flour the bottom of this, but of course it's probably not going to cooperate. There we go. Just like that. This side, just like that. And then I think we're going to go in this way. Where I pinched it close, doesn't seem like it wants to cooperate, but we're going to make this work, folks, one way or the other. Oh yeah. We'll be brushing this with eggs, so we'll make it stick. Okay, I'm going to get this other side folded over. Kind of like a big burrito kind of thing. Good thing is this stuff does stretch. Not as much as I wanted to, but that's alright. We'll get it done. Alright, so to my right here, you can't see it, I have a pan with just basically aluminum foil on it because I ran out of parchment paper, and I sprayed it with PAM, just regular vegetable oil. We're just gonna get this thing all shaped up. It's looking good actually. Got a couple little tears, but that's all right. All right, so we're gonna see if we can get this thing flipped over. Seam side down. There we go. Right on the pan. All right. So we get this out of the way. Okay, I'm just gonna shape this guy up a little bit here. This is where I connected the seams and I don't seem to be holding, but we're gonna fix that. That's an easy fix. Pinch it together, just like that. Looking good. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna paint this whole thing with a couple of eggs. And that should help seal it also. Maybe. This thing will paint it up just like that. All the sides. And we're going to put this thing in the oven at about 375 for about maybe 30-35 minutes. We'll check on it. So yeah, I'm going to get this, keep painting just like that. Get all these sides here. Hopefully everything will be sealed in. I'm going to eat it no matter what, but alright, so now we got that done. Pinch this close a little more. Just like that. And then you have to pause it for a second. Alright, I had to pause it for a second. I forgot my sesame seeds inside. So now we're gonna go to another region. Just top it with sesame seeds. Why? Why not? Plus, I can do this now because my wife's out of town and she doesn't like sesame seeds on anything, so, and I do. I'm going to load this thing up. Sesame seeds, just like that. Beautiful. Alright, so our oven's preheating and we'll get it in the oven and we'll be back when it's done. One more thing I forgot. Before we put this in the oven, we're going to score it a few times across the top. This way it lets some steam escape so this thing doesn't blow up on us in the oven. So, just like that. Alright, our oven's preheating and we'll see you soon. Alright, so our puff pastry, ribeye, cheese, onion thing is done, so let's cut into this thing. Looking beautiful, smelling great. Let's see how it looks. Oh, look at that. Looking beautiful. Look at that. Alright, so basically we're going to let it cool for a few minutes and give it a taste test. We'll see you then. Alright, let's give this thing a taste test here. So let's move this aside here. Looks and smells amazing. Slice over here. That aside. Cut it in half. Let's give it a shot. Oh, it's very hot. Ooh. Very good. Kind of tastes like a Philly cheesesteak, but with a different kind of cheese. But I'm digging it. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, tell your friends all that fun stuff, and we'll see you soon.